Listen!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for Fun Nation.
Listen!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for Fun Nation.
Listen!
5,
All right, cool. See, now you see how it's yellow? Okay, make sure we don't ever hit red.
What do you mean?
Backflips
All right.
and potato chips.
Welcome, cast of Fun Nation. How is everybody doing today? This is
No, we're good.
just
We're
adjust.
good.
Just you're good.
It's just if we stay on red.
Yeah. Okay, so welcome to another great episode of Fun Nation with your boy Melvin Foreman, aka that nerdy black guy, here with the crew today.
Shout out.
Shout out. We have an excellent episode for y'all today. I want y'all to peep the Sailormoon backdrop today. I think it's pretty good.
Shout out
to Troy for shooting those ideas to me. Right there. So, let's get started with, I know
This guy.
Christian got hitters. We missed you, bro. We miss you. We wish you were here, but we're proud of you.
I'm just glad he's not missing.
Right.
Yeah, he's not missing.
Right.
Ramon.
So,
Okay.
That was concerning.
right.
Christian at least let us know, like, I gotta work.
Right. Which,
Ramon's
mad
gone.
props, mad props.
My
love
G
you,
was
dog.
just gone.
Alright. So, Christian usually does the recap. So, did anybody catch up on any episodes?
Well, I finished everything with Dr. Stone, but I feel like we already kind of like
Covered it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Fire Force, anybody?
amazing.
Fire Force fell off. I haven't seen the newest one.
Okay. So we got
It didn't fall off. Somebody was telling me that.
No, I said
episode.
the show didn't fall off whatsoever. I said I just fell off of it. I just haven't seen it.
Somebody told me to watch the newest episode because they said it was hype.
Christian, we're falling apart without you. Help us. You're the only hope.
But I did actually, in the spirit of Christian not being here, I did catch up on a lot of Demon Slayer. So
Good. Because
Nice.
actually,
There's always
speaking
that.
of Demon Slayer, I swear he's like just reading my mind. You guys heard about Asuna joining up with
Yeah.
Demon
Yeah.
Slayer?
isn't that like the weirdest thing?
Yeah.
Right? What?
I was like, I know like
What?
voice actors have like a lot of like random like shows that they'll be on, and like, but that's so random. That's so random.
But
like,
okay, so
So
good.
the,
I took
the
It's a good
voice actor
step
Jeremy Lee.
yeah, I took the liberty, and I actually printed out.
He's just showing off.
he just like
I'm so proud of myself, I'm so happy, bro.
You
I'm
spent
so
30,
proud
you
of
spent
myself.
30 minutes at the copier.
He's like, I spent 30 minutes at the copier.
Tell him-
So proud of
Tell him
himself.
the office coffee water jug jokes, bro.
Yeah,
so proud of
Do you
himself.
think they did that on CNN? They're like, yo, Gary, come on up here. show him what. Now the breaking news came in, and Gary, he really went down there and did his thing.
Guys, we really want to give a hand and a round of applause for Brian and that PowerPoint he did. It was
Wow, I
amazing.
just felt so stupid right there.
No, they capture it, but it's not shown to the public. It doesn't go live because there's actual breaking news. So your job does get out there, but it's like, yeah,
What?
you're-
What? I can't understand anything you're saying with that mask on.
But
Too
now,
animated
Troy,
for
I know
podcast.
you're good with the names. So actually, this is a synopsis. Basically,
Troy, run through
they've been teasing and riding a major wave since episode 19, and at episode 20, we see
Tanjiro?
Tanjiro,
Yeah,
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
Wakes up in front of Hirosha's,
Tanjiro!
the Hirosha's, which is, so basically there's some called the Pillars.
Mhm.
Now, I was hoping that you guys knew more about the Pillars.
Have you not watched?
I didn't watch the new episode.
No,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
watched it all? The Pillars.
Yeah, the pillars are
So
there.
think about
Naruto, basically.
Tanjiro's master.
Okay.
The guy who wore the red mask.
Okay.
Uradaka.
The Hansa mask.
Uradaki. Yeah, he was the water pillar, which is where Tanjiro gets his powers from.
Okay.
And there's other
Connection
there's
made.
other pillars.
Neurons are working now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, I wanted to just have you guys, or Troy, because I'm not attempting these names. That's not happening today. But I've got a list on the second page of all the pillars, the pillars and who they are. So just kind of foreshadow. People know what's coming up in the episodes.
Bottom
And
up.
who's to expect.
Are we doing spoilers?
I mean, I
Oh,
don't
big
see it as a
spoilers?
spoiler.
Yo, we can go for
Is that a
spoilers.
spoiler?
I mean,
Is that a spoiler?
That's kind of a spoiler.
spoilers.
A couple of them.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
people are all caught up.
Yeah.
Some of these you don't hear about until later in the.
Yeah.
That's why I say start
Yeah.
from
So-
the bottom up.
Start from the bottom up.
That's
Yeah.
like
Go
the
ahead.
worst thing. let's just
I'm
crack
saying, without
in.
spoilers? Yeah, start from the bottom.
All right, just name the ones that aren't spoilers, and then we'll
Yes.
just.
Name the ones that aren't spoilers. I told you I'm not attempting
So
these
we're on-
names, bro.
Wait, name some ones that aren't spoilers, because I don't know what is spoilers.
Oh, am I the only one
What is
here that's been
spoilers?
watching the doc? Oh, God. Alright.
Okay, just name one.
I
Just
read
name
it,
one.
so it's like.
Oh, of course. The
We'll talk about
serpent pillar.
The serpent pillar.
Yeah.
Who is the serpent pillar?
It's Kinchi Shimura. Yo, I can't even pronounce that. Yo,
We're struggling.
Wait a minute.
Suzumura.
Susumuru.
Ubana?
Suzumura.
Turn it down.
Kinchi Susumuru.
So, where does Kenji come from?
Where does Kinji come from?
Yeah, in the story. You caught up, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
So we're.
No, I think we're testing you now too. We're
Oh,
also
no,
test-
if
we
y'all
want you
wanna
to do the
well,
pillars, and
let's
we
talk-
also want you to
Names
test.
on
No,
the line.
Not all the pillars, just one.
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah, just talk about one pillar.
Can I choose my own pillar?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, it's not even on the list. Yo, we're talking about the beast pillar himself. There's only one person that has the beast style.
This is true.
Yeah. There's only one. Like,
Drop that name dropper.
Is it Ox?
Ox. Yeah, he's the only one.
Congratulations, Troy.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
The master
I'm not that
list.
far yet. Everybody else is further than me.
Yeah. Further than me.
So,
My girlfriend's further than me.
when it comes to him, like,
Season finale.
his character is one of my favorites just because of the simple fact he comes out powerhouse like, yo, I'm here. I'm about to mess some things up now. That's your marker? Your marker.
We game on 10, bro. We game on 10, bro. We need that in slow motion.
Yo, the thing about him, like,
No
it's his
marker.
tenacity. Like, he'll be faced with a situation. He's all bronze, so he doesn't think things through.
Yeah.
It's all strength. He'll be sitting there, oh, this demon skin is hard as rock. It's not going through. I have a second sword. This hammer. Your arm is now gone. Thank you for your souvenir.
So he's all about the brute force.
Brute force,
And
no, like, he has...
momentum. Is he a little more like Juggernaut, where as soon as he starts going, he
Yeah,
gets going?
he's kind of like Juggernaut, but yet at the same time, once he gets stopped, like, he's like, all right, I'm feeling this. I'm about to see where's my friends at. I need some backup. No one's around. All right, let me try to toughen this out. I'm about to die now. Someone save me. I'm about to just take a quick little nap. And then you have Zenitsu. Oh, man, that's another pillar right there. Pillar tier. He's working on that pillar tier because he's not there yet. If he can stay awake in a battle, then yeah. He's unstoppable.
That's that lightning dude.
Yeah, Zenitsu.
Zenitsu.
Yo, so Zenitsu's his whole niche. Like, yo, he's OP, hacks, but he can't do nothing unless he sleep. It's just that subconscious. Like, yo, all his battles, coward. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna die.
So, yeah, I remember you telling me he's like Metal League.
Yeah, he's just like Metal
He's
Gear.
like Metal League.
Did you guys just make a Boruto reference?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Oh my goodness.
Let's
Okay.
not, though.
Right. Okay, so branch into this week's episode. Sailor Moon, old versus new. What are your thoughts? I have a couple points that.
Old school all day.
So, before we even get into this,
Y'all young
old
cats
versus
don't
new,
know
which
about
one?
that new school.
I'm old school.
Old school?
I don't know. It's tough.
You gotta pick one,
bro.
Troy.
Come on, bro.
Get off the fence before we exit you.
Y'all not even gonna explain why.
Oh,
We don't know.
No,
Explanations.
I'm just-
We
don't
gotta
worry.
pick your side first, and then you can defend it. Then you can defend your standpoint.
Look, don't worry. I have questions to ask.
I have questions to ask.
He's so
That's
prepared.
not gonna appease me. My side is already.
Well, it
happy.
appeases me, bro.
Which side you on,
gotta make
Troy?
someone happy here. Come on.
Honestly, I like the old one. I
Old?
like the old.
What
Like,
was
the
so
OG's
hard about that?
The old is great, but like.
What was so hard about that?
No,
He was acting like he was about to say, news, I want the new one. Like, as in he was about to get all this
But I
backlash.
really
You've gotten
do
all
like the
old
new
school
one,
so
though.
far.
I do like the new one, but like I just said, I'm about to watch all of the new old one just because I started watching it. Period.
Right.
Okay.
So, my first thing for this.
Are you gonna answer the question?
I'm gonna say old because I just think original is always better than the remakes.
Unanimous.
Did you go back and watch it?
Okay, listen.
Malarkey.
Ooh.
I watched it. I was
Malarkey.
trying, but I fell asleep.
Next.
Malarkey.
Okay, so I tried, but
Maybe if you could get to bed before
no.
20
I
minutes
just
past
need-
4
I just
o'clock
need-
in the
I just
morning,
need
then
to-
you'll be
I just need
fine.
to stop getting in certain mindsets and then falling asleep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's all about the time you're going to bed. You can't be trying to go to sleep 20 minutes past 4 o'clock, man. You gotta.
Oh no!
Did you go back and watch it?
Yeah, I told.
But-
we already talked about this. They're
but-
trying to call me out on air. We already
Okay.
talked about this. I
So-
went back and I watched a bunch
Lucy
of.
guy and
You watched 2 episodes. Okay,
Mama
Ramon,
Wu.
did you
There you
did
go.
you go back and watch
Yeah, I got the whole first season
the whole first season of the old?
of old, and then like 3 episodes of the new.
Cause that's how long it took, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing about the old one. The old one is like reading, like watching a manga. Like if you get all of the story, like every little.
right. That's
Every little detail
actually
that comes
that's
in
was
and
one
out.
of the points. It said that there was less filler episodes in the new than the old.
It was less
Yeah,
filler in general.
the new one starts. It's like, all right, meet Usagi. All right, meet Ami. All right, meet Ray. All right, meet Mako.
Wonder if Troy wrote this paper.
No, he ain't
Okay, I was
right.
just
He
wondering.
don't have the skills for it.
Dang, bro. But it's crazy you say that because
I watched it.
Because I watched
Anyway,
it.
it's crazy
No,
you say
like,
that because
they jump forward
the fight scenes
way better.
better in
The
the
production really
Just,
comes.
so
in.
just
true.
in general, the old
Well, I
Sailor
mean,
Moon is
you
just-
kind of expect.
No,
Capcom.
they
The new
stick
one.
to the old. Same voices, same actors. They stick to the old, but
It's like
They put
upgraded
skills
everything.
into it.
they
The
up the
progression.
production. The production goes up. So like if you see a scene where it's like, oh, a lot of it's all mind control, which is just hilarious. That trope.
So
just like,
would
that-
you say the new
Mind control.
will the
Mind
new,
control.
does the
They-
new show
I-
branch reach more to like
My
the
favorite part.
teenagers than maybe like the original episode?
I think it's just more so like the generational thing, you know.
Generational thing.
Everybody more so, I think, in this generation coming up is more like they want everything.
Yeah, they
That attention span is a lot shorter.
Like if you
So they're just
that
trying to
is
make
true.
it hit.
That
But
is
we'll
true.
see what happens.
So
like,
if anybody
next
wanted
season.
to get the story, like the first few episodes of Sailor Moon knocked out, just watch the first episode of Crystal. And Crystal, it looks so clean.
Yeah.
She's,
So crisp.
you know, so like she looks so clean. Tuxedo Mask looks like
so,
way better.
So to the point.
Yeah, so to the point. And Luna looks cool. And instead of them having like everyone have to go to the arcade and win this game, and then they get their pen, and then you're like, oh, your pen is how you get your powers, and she's like, oh,
Nah,
well, that's how Mercury gets her power, and you know how she can turn into her guardian form. But in the new one, it's just like Luna's like, psh, whew, here you go,
Yeah.
do the thing.
Just say it.
Yeah, Jupiter straight up is
Put your
like,
hand on your head and say it.
But
Like,
it's
what?
interesting you said though about the attention span because that's actually like a real thing. Like they say now you have like what actually I learned that here at OMS that they have about 30 seconds to catch the
Yeah.
person's attention, because nowadays everybody's attention is so
It's
quick.
social media, basically.
Yeah,
You know,
it's crazy.
you got that news feed. Everything's already cut down to a minute time at most. Like
Right.
you're not getting.
Which is
stuff
sad.
on it.
I mean, do you guys think, like, technology wise, like, do you guys think that it ruined our ability to like have conversations and be able to like have?
I think it's a choice.
I think
Like-
we as people and the way we interact started to be compromised because of technology.
Yeah, it's a
Getting to a
choice.
point
Yeah.
where it's like,
Agreed.
no.
I think the generation after us, like the younger generation, is gonna be social skills are gonna be so screwed.
You never know. They might turn into
Because-
like we're just gonna have a whole generation of like promoter type people. Like, check out my Instagram. Check out my
Right.
Instagram.
Check
Check out my Instagram. Like,
It's
dude,
fire, dog.
bro, you work at McDonald's. Like, why am I looking at your Instagram? There's nothing but videos of you throwing French fries at your coworkers. Like, what do I
And it
care
will probably
for?
get like
Yeah, but they got like
millions of hits and
they got
stuff.
50,000 views and like 2,000 followers and all this and the third. So it's like, check out my Instagram. Like that's what's happening.
Watch me
I
throw
guess
this
so.
fly.
I guess so.
Where
Speaking of Instagram,
Speaking of Instagram,
check out my Instagram.
Alright, plug it, bro. Go
I'm
plug
on
it, bro.
Instagram. There you go. Khaled, I'm coming for you. We got production now. I got somebody on the air horn.
busting out the ad libs.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At me, dog. Glicks with 1X. I'm on the IG.
Always wanted some smoke, bro. Always.
I got to, though. I hear them air horns and it just get riled up, man. Khaled, I'm coming for you, baby. I'm gonna eat your children's.
All right, let's see. Anything else? There's a lot of good things I read in here. Just
What
about
were your
like,
questions?
better.
What were your questions?
Well, basically, it was just saying like I said, better fight scenes.
Ask
They
them.
also said
Ask
the
them.
music is better.
I don't hear a narrative.
They said the music is better. Sailor Moon Crystal music Usagi is the music is better. It says many different musicians and composers wrote wrong music for the Sailor Moon original series. Few people.
Wrong music? What do you mean wrong?
It says wrong music. It says many different musicians and composers wrong music for the Sailor Moon original series. Few people know that the series creator Nako T. Also contributed. Shout out, because I'm not pronouncing that name. Also contributed to much of the lyrical content for the anime songs as well. And there were 11 different soundtracks releases. One of which was a compilation anniversary tribute for the original theme too. But they're just saying that basically the music in Crystal is more enjoyable. It's easier to listen to. And they were also saying that the dub is better. The dub is
Better than the sub, or the dub is better than the other dub?
The dub is
Dub
better.
is better than
The
Okay.
dub is better, yeah.
But it's like the same voices. To be honest, I feel like they could, like, in a production sense.
Wait, hold up. Y'all watch the dub?
No, I only do subs.
I was about to say.
Dub.
Subs, yeah.
You watch the dub?
You watch
Oh,
subs? Oh, man.
Shameful.
I
You just
watch
lost
more
like 5
episodes.
See,
than all
that's why it took me. That's
No,
why it took me so long
yeah,
to watch it
you
though, because I had to
lost
really like pay attention. You over here like just hanging out in your room doing whatever you're doing and like
Yeah.
listening to the story in the background. Like, I was really over here like,
This is interesting.
What? This is
crazy. Oh my god, did she really? No, she didn't. Like,
I actually watched scene for scene, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not like the
He
rest
was
of you guys.
vacuuming. He was reading a book, and then he would look up, and I'm like,
He's
I
on-
heard that. We're at the
he's
good
talking to me on FaceTime while he's watching it on his phone. Like, you don't want to hear it.
nah. So,
No,
Question.
I stayed up all night watching.
I believe it too.
I watched
What
like
about-
30 episodes.
you watch how many?
30.
Three?
Crazy.
30!
30
In
I
a
don't
day.
hear 3.
In a day.
You said a Sailor
In a
Moon
night.
episode.
in a night. We're not even talking about the whole
You
24.
think,
I
I,
want the
you think
jacket.
I have this
Oh.
tattooed on me
I just
for,
want the
for no,
jacket, bro.
like,
What is
for
it?
no
I just
reason.
want that jacket, bro.
Like, I watched 30 episodes, and I'm about to watch all of it.
Okay.
About to.
About that life.
The only reason I ain't watching it because I'm here right now.
Oh, no. Y'all over here flexing like you watched it in Japanese when you were kids. Like, it was popping up on TV.
Oh no, I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
That's why you're ahead of me now.
Yeah, no,
Right.
but what did I watch it as a kid? I watched it dubbed because it was on TV in Canada. This dude.
Shout outs to Canada. We out here. Drake, give me the sponsorship, dog.
As I was reading this, it says a more modern and improved depiction of gender and sexuality. And it says, the original Japanese version of Sailor Moon wasn't terrible when it came to how it presented gender and sexuality, particularly between Haruka and Michiro.
Sailor
Michiru?
Uranus and Sailor
Sailor Uranus?
Yeah.
The,
Jupiter and
Jupiter?
Uranus.
Mako, yeah.
It's
I'm glad you brought
It
that
says
up.
Amara and Michelle.
Because
And
like the way the Western did
parentheses,
it,
I don't know
the
if
way
that's
we
like the
adapted
They're
it.
American.
cousins.
They're kissing cousins.
Why is that America's
Oh my
go-to?
goodness, bro! It says that right here. Did y'all write this?
No, that's just a
Because
real
he
thing.
had like 3 of these like word for
It's
word.
when you know what you're talking about, Melvin.
You know what, Glitch?
It just comes
You know what,
easy
Glitch?
to you.
I want to smoke today, bro.
Not when I
watched
want to smoke
today.
I wasn't Googling topics out here.
Fuck you.
I know this, man.
Yeah.
But no, I was like telling Troy in the car, like that's one of the things I wanted to bring up, because I thought that was super weird. Like, why does America always shy away from like sexuality? But then when they do sexuality, they make it like super weird. Like, why is that more acceptable? Like, you went from having like 2 girls that are in love with each other. People are gay. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you wanted to make them cousins? So now
That's
they're gay
even more-
and they're cousins? Like,
that's
there's just a bunch of very
weird.
awkward like situations with her and her cousin. Like,
Wait, I didn't
That's
know
just
that-
America.
I didn't know they were still like.
well, they just
and they were cousins.
in the
Yeah, they was cousins.
well,
Like,
it's
they
like there's
didn't-
only
or
so
they
much
were
you can
just
do.
cousins.
There's only so much you can do when you dub it, so they still put them in all those like
All the
very
scenes was-
personal like
Yeah, all the
girlfriend
scenes, everything was
situations,
there,
and it's
but
like
they just
we're
made them
just in this
cousins.
situation because we're cousins and we're really close. Like,
You made it seem like they were just cousins.
No, I'm talking about, like-
still gay.
no, like they're like shooting the scene talking about how much they love each other as cousins, and they're like in the shower or
So
something.
they-
Like,
they-
you know what I mean? Like, this makes no sense. Like, they're clearly in love with each other. Like,
Dubbed it over with cousin.
yeah, and they just changed it, and they just replaced everything about girlfriend with cousin. Like,
I just think
you're
that's
the best
America.
cousin I've
We'll do
ever
a-
had.
We'll do a 4 kids episode one day. That's what we'll do. We'll do a 4 kids.
Right, for
Run
kids.
it.
Oh
Like
my
fucking
God.
like Shonen King.
Yeah.
Like,
But I just think that's just. I just think it's
Just
just
take
because
out all
I
the
honestly
murder
believe
and all
it's
the
because
blood.
Americans just can't handle that.
but I don't
So,
understand why
I
that's
think we
any.
can.
That's worse.
I
That sounds like irreparably worse. Like, let me
It
just
does though, but
let me just make all these young kids out here who got hot cousins feel like maybe this is okay. Like, it's not okay.
No,
You should be
not
ashamed of
okay.
yourself. Stop looking at your cousin. Like, if you like girls, that's okay. Not your cousin. There's a million other
Oh my
people out there.
goodness,
You
bro.
got to go with your cousin. Like, no, it's too much.
Too much. So you guys want some more questions that I researched?
Japan be doing the most.
All right. Well, let's see. What about the transformations?
Transformations look so solid in the original that they can only make them ridiculously out of proportion.
You see that, right?
Is he really?
Out of proportion.
That's literally what he just said.
Yo, summarize,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Cliff note version.
Yeah, we're
I'm
good.
I'm
We have-
freaking out, bro.
We're good at our jobs,
Yeah,
Melvin.
yeah.
We're good at our
We
jobs,
got the job.
Melvin.
I know.
You're welcome.
I know.
You're
You
welcome.
said Sailor
I
Moon
would not-
episode.
I will not.
Take the
I
shirt
will-
off,
look,
Dad.
I will
You
give-
said Sailor Moon
I will give
episode.
credit where credit's due.
Don't
Funimation
make
will
me
not be
rip
Funimation
this
if I
off.
deny it. For sure.
I
You were
will
like,
take
hey,
this
there's
shirt
gonna
off
be a quiz
right
on
now.
Sailor Moon. What do you think I'm gonna do? Watch 30 episodes.
Well,
I'm gonna
that's why.
dive.
But like I said, I am not. As a host, I am not shy to say that Funimation would not be Funimation if I didn't have you guys. From,
Aw.
no, I'm serious.
Oh.
I'm like, no, like, okay, come on now. This is not a Disney Hallmark Channel moment. But I'm just saying, from the con, like, you guys showed me the con and just bringing me into a whole new world, like, bro, this wouldn't be Funimation without you guys, bro.
Hey, shout out to Fun Nation, right?
Shout out to Funimation.
Right. But now we're switching to nerd culture.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys heard.
There's a crisis.
Yes.
What? What's going on in this crisis? Somebody inform me.
So for all of our Smallville fans, Tom Welling. Notice how I typed his name wrong on here too? I put Selling. I don't know what I was thinking.
Selling.
Tom Selling.
You're
No,
doing
Tom-
a great job.
Tom Selleck? You thinking of Tom Selleck with the gnarly mustache?
I don't know. Shout out to Tom Welling.
I just
We
remember
love
my
you.
mom talking about
He's
him
my
when I was a
by
kid.
far my favorite Superman. But for all you Smallville nerds and superhero nerds, he will be suiting up again for DC Crisis episode. I think it's like a 3-part series. I don't like. It's not like they're not rebooting the show, but there's a lot of talk and speculation right now about who's coming back, who's not. Allison Mack. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. She played the blonde.
She's not coming back.
Well, we don't know that.
With the
But
situation she's
Tom
in.
Welling is not commenting if she's coming back, but she got really bad into drugs.
I told him that.
Smallville.
We're just talking about how good Smallville is.
I love that show. That's my show. I love Smallville.
Smallville has a lot of fans. All three of them. We appreciate you guys.
Be quiet. Leave us alone. Leave us Smallville people alone.
Break right through and Superman pose.
This is something that's worth talking about.
Superman pose with a Spider-Man shirt on.
Right. Oh my
Okay.
goodness, bro.
But okay,
But
we can talk about
there's
it.
actually a lot of
Hey,
information.
bro, if you can sing High School Musical, I can sing Smallville. It's fine.
Oh no, I didn't. I just don't want to talk about Smallville. You can sing Smallville. I remember the song coming up on my TV when I was.
You said I changed it after the intro. I like the song. It's
Listen,
Yeah,
a
I
lot
like
of,
it.
but what you
I
guys
can
don't
say that about
realize is
a lot
a
of
lot of
things.
like
Never
important
seen an
DC
episode of
stuff
Yu-Gi-Oh,
happens
but
in Smallville.
That
Like
intro gets played.
the first Justice League was basically formed in Smallville. Like before Batman, like that movie, like he actually Aquaman.
Who's in Smallville?
I don't know if anybody
Who shows up in
originated
Smallville?
from Smallville.
Aquaman.
Really,
Green
the
Arrow.
Green Arrow is probably the major character.
Green Arrow's in there.
Flash.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Who
honest,
played Green Arrow
and I'm
in
sorry to
Smallville?
any Green Arrow fans out there, but I think
Not
that show
the guy
is
that plays
trash.
the arrows. It's a what?
I
What'd you
think
say?
that show is trash.
Green
What?
Arrow.
Like
Yeah,
Arrow?
It was
that show
look.
is
Green
trash.
Arrow went downhill, but
That
I
show
think
is
it's because they're doing
trash.
like DC right now with
They
like
did
the
some,
Flash,
like,
Superwoman.
concept.
They're doing a
On
lot
the
of crossover.
CW Flash,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen like 2 episodes.
It's good,
of it.
but-
I'm
Are you
not
talking about
super into it.
CW Arrow?
Yeah.
Yes, it fell off, but it's because they're doing like a lot of like cross episodes now.
No.
You said you-
That's one
they
of the
doing a-
greatest shows
Yeah.
that's
Nah,
ever been on the CW.
That's not
like,
saying
I
a
was
lot.
Actually,
into
no,
like
that's-
first 4
that's-
seasons was good. Like,
That's
the
not
first, like,
saying
2
a
seasons.
Well, the
lot.
best, it's actually one of the best.
Wasn't
superhero
Veronica Mars on the
shows.
CW at one point?
Yeah, it was.
That's a slam hit show. I don't know what you're talking
And,
about.
Flash
And
is
they're
great.
about to reboot
Flash is
that
good.
bad boy.
Superwoman is not bad,
See the thing.
but
No.
they're doing a lot of cross.
You'll stand up for Superwoman before you'll stand up for Arrow?
He's just like Superman.
What?
Clearly. He's just
Yeah,
got
he's-
Superman.
Superman
I-
didn't
well,
show
hold
up
on.
for 2 seasons.
Hold on. First of all,
You
I
get
said-
Deathstroke in the first season of Arrow. What are you talking about?
Listen,
you
I
sat
didn't
around
say-
waiting for you.
Beer,
what?
I'm gonna take that jacket off you.
You
Oh,
sat.
he closed the laptop.
You sat around.
Oh, stop.
You sat around waiting for what's her name?
I didn't say.
You sat around.
I said it fell off. I lost interest in Arrow after like.
Nah. We're talking about Supergirl. Since you like Supergirl,
I
we'll
like
talk
Supergirl.
about.
Why you
Supergirl.
coming at Melvin so hard when I'm the one that said Arrow was trash?
Now we're on Supergirl.
Because
we're
we're on Supergirl.
Right, like
We
I
all
like
established.
Supergirl.
We've
got it.
all
He's like,
established
I'm
Supergirl.
good with that.
I liked it because you had. A lot
You
of
said it was
characters.
trash. You
Like
didn't give me any reason why you
is
liked
in
it.
there. A lot of freaking. I just liked it. I just thought it was good.
But
Like,
you
I thought
accepted
she-
the fact that she gets knocked out twice.
Oh, they definitely made her weak.
No. That only happened when Superman was being called.
Bro, she's weak, bro.
That was for the story.
She's weak.
Yeah, that's
She's
plot. That's plot.
She's weak.
Who writes a plot like that?
Superhero
Somebody
writer.
that knows. I think it'll turn.
Who hints at Superman for 2 seasons and then like the 3rd season, like I'm
Yeah, he
finally
makes an
here.
appearance in like the last.
I'm
like, 10
finally
minutes.
here. Get out of here!
Right.
What are you talking
Here's
about?
why-
We done figured it out already.
You get an Australian Deathstroke. You get Malcolm Merlin. You
Oh my
get
goodness.
the head of the
I'm
Raja
not saying the
Ghul.
show was
You get
bad. I'm
Black
just saying
Canary. You
I
get.
felt
What are you
off.
talking about right now? You get Flash. You get. The whole crossover. The whole crossover starts with Arrow.
Bro,
So you couldn't have Supergirl without Arrow.
He's going
You
Super
couldn't
Saiyan
have
3
Flash
on you
without
right now.
Arrow.
You yelling at me? Yell at him. I'm not saying like the show is bad.
Stand up for yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
Everybody under the bus.
fell off of Arrow.
They all cross
I don't
over.
think- Yeah, they do.
They all
I'm
cross-
saying, like,
But
the first
you
day
saying
was
Arrow
good.
fell over?
It
you-
fell off to me.
How did it fall off?
I don't know. I just stopped following.
It still
had
held. You stopped following it.
But
You're
it
the
didn't interest me no more, bro.
because you're not the.
You're the
audience.
problem,
Then
Melvin.
stick to watching.
Apparently, bro. Apparently.
Then you're not.
Don't
the
blame
audience.
Arrow when you're the problem.
Not like the acting's good in it. It's like good story, but it just
Man.
stopped piquing my interest.
Okay, but you
So
watched
did
Flash,
the Flash
right?
though.
They're
I
reaching
watched the
too
Flash
hard.
too, but
They're reaching too hard for that in that
like,
show.
like
It's
the
like every
Flash is
episode. It's like, watch me, please. Like,
but
dude,
the Flash, like, I think what it is.
stop
with the
being so
Flash,
desperate, Arrow.
I
We
think
get
what
it.
is, like,
You're a
the timeline
superhero
is
too. We
because
get
the
it.
Flash has like 20 Flashes now.
There's a lot.
Like
Of
not
are you
literally
talking
20
about?
There's a
Flashes.
bunch of different Flashes.
There's a bunch of different Flashes that they're
In
introducing.
between all the movies and
Flashpoint?
stuff
Is that
too,
what
they're
that
all
is?
different.
Like they
Flashpoint,
have,
Flashpoint,
like they were
yeah.
just talking about
You can't
Reverse
keep up?
Flash.
Okay, which makes
Every
sense. Reverse
season's
Flash
has-
is
every
the
season
main
has a-
villain.
But
Every
then there's
season has a
another
main
Flash
villain.
where he died,
Okay.
and then he came back as another zombie Flash.
Okay.
What's my motivation for keeping up on the Flash though? That's my
Like it was like it's a
That's
good
my
show.
question.
Like it's a
It's
good show.
called
It's a great show.
It's
It's
a great
wholesome.
show,
It's
but
funny.
you have to stick
wholesome.
Yeah, it's
the
wholesome.
part of
First
it
thing
was-
you
Okay,
said.
no.
Listen,
Flash,
Cut.
Flash is wholesome.
Thumbs down on my
Flash is
Netflix.
wholesome. Flash is
Part of
wholesome.
it is too.
He's different from Arrow.
Thumbs down on my Netflix.
You watch, like,
Wholesome.
this is what
It's
I did.
wholesome.
That was the
It's
first
definitely
thing.
wholesome.
This is
Wait,
why I
you say
think
dude
I
that
fell
says
off.
showbiz
Like
is
it
wholesome.
fell off with me because
I've never seen Showbiz, so you're lying.
But look, this is why I think it fell off with me.
I've never.
because
Wait,
instead, like, I
Showbiz
watched, like,
or
yeah.
Showbiz?
Showbiz.
Showbiz or Showbiz?
Showbiz.
Okay. Yeah. No. That was kind of wholesome.
Yo,
That sounds totally wholesome.
Totally.
No, it's on some shenanigans. No,
Okay,
it's
so
not exactly.
Shenanigans
Let me
sounds
say
like
It's uninnocent.
wholesome.
It has
fun.
no innocence.
What's
No,
that?
it's
That's
just
the
ask
same
you
guy
this.
that's saying wholesome is, yo, my girlfriend's a show bitch. Like, yo, that's saying something that's wholesome. That show is wholesome now?
That show's like Robot Chicken mixed with I don't know.
You're out the window with
Hina
wholesome.
Matsuri.
You're out the window of wholesome.
yeah.
Robot chicken
Robot
mix.
Chicken is
You
like-
could mix robot chicken with the Bible. This
But it hits kind of different.
thing is gonna come out all revelations. nigga.
It's an anime. It's kind of different.
But check this out. And I will say this. Part of my problem was I
And it's
think what I
fantasy,
did
so like it's
was like I was watching like the Flash and the Arrow heavy, and then I stopped watching it, and then I tried to just jump back in, and then I would I
So
think
you're
that's how I
telling
just
me-
got lazy with it.
So you're telling me when I first met
But
you and you
Super-
had that Flash shirt on, you was fronting?
Oh.
No, bro. I
You was
watching
capping?
it.
Oh.
I was
You
watching
was
it.
keep
Oh.
Troy, do you not listen? Do you not
Oh,
understand the
wait.
words coming out of my mouth?
Coming out of here.
You pulled a rush hour on me.
That was Troy's language right there. Rush
Like,
Hour 2 though?
I'll say it
You
like,
about to quote Rush
I
Hour
will
2
say-
though for real though? Do
I
we
would
just
say
become best
the
friends?
CW is a very, I would say the CW right now with their universes is doing a really good job.
I love all of
I will
those
say
shows
though,
except
I think for
Flashpoint.
the level
if
of
you do
production
not
they have,
watch
they're
them
definitely doing a
and
great
stay
job.
on them,
Yeah,
you
they're
will
doing a
lose
great
interest.
job, dude. You,
But
do
I
you not
just-
see the level of.
I'm
fight
sorry,
scenes?
though.
There's also one we haven't even mentioned yet. DC Legends here of Tomorrow.
Legend Tomorrow. Now that one I fucking
They
excuse my
don't.
language.
That
they,
is-
They
that
don't
is-
get. Those are all the
Okay,
extras.
time-
I've watched
time
20
travel,
minutes of it, and I
accurate
might be
though to
off
time
saying
travel?
this.
It's like DC.
That is the most desperate one they got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is the most
No,
desperate
but
show they
you
got.
gotta think
What?
about.
Let's just try and throw as many superheroes into this and like, come on,
They're
all
all
the fans we
side
could have got from
characters.
here, from there. Yeah,
Except
but it's
for,
like
think
except
about-
for Black
think
Widow,
about-
except for
think
the,
about
uh,
TV.
assassin
Fine,
girl
like-
that
Yeah,
died because
like,
you remember
come
her sister took
on.
over the
What you say, Money
Black
Grab?
Canary.
desperate.
Remember?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just
Black
watch
Canary
me.
was the lady that died or whatever, but then her sister took over.
You like the
Hold on.
Avengers? Watch me.
Black
Like,
Canary
you're so
was
desperate.
Sarah Land.
Stop being so desperate,
She
CW.
turned into the
Have some
White
standards.
Josh is
Acting like a
Don't-
one-night
I don't
stand
want
of
no smoke.
superhero
Don't-
shows.
Don't listen to
Josh.
Josh. That, you're acting
we
free.
don't want no smoke.
No, hold on.
Free.
I shot two episodes for a TV show that was on CW. They know what I'm talking about.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Y'all know who I
Explain.
am, bro.
Elaborate, bro.
Y'all know who
Yeah,
I am.
Elaborate.
And
my
they might
guy.
pick up our TV show, so stop.
If they did, I would appreciate that because we wouldn't be so desperate on. Have some standards
Well,
about yourself.
Columbus is growing up.
I'ma
have
tell
some
you- I'ma tell you-
Like we talked about the collective and not the
Yeah,
individual.
CW, you better than that. Be better.
Be great. Be
And
super.
we'll continue to be great. Also.
Stop settling.
All right.
Shout out Stefan. Shout out Stefan.
He's
I'm
like,
over
bro,
Smallville. I'm over CW.
Can we go back to Sailor Moon
We can, but let me do this. Robert Downey Jr. returning.
before we
as
move
Iron
on?
Man.
You ever say that about Arrow ever again?
Trash. Scented glad bags.
In the name of the moon,
Scented glad bags. Trash.
I will punish you.
I'm talking about citrus and passion fruit scented glad bags.
Get
The show is
out
pure
every
trash.
Monday.
Pure trash. Loaded from the front every Monday
Why do you need to
as
send the trash
trash
bag?
bag.
Hold on,
Talking
why do you need
trash,
to
dog.
send the trash bags? Why do you need to send the trash bags?
Just so you know how trash they really are. Like you
Glad
let that
bags.
sit.
I'm
like
talking
no.
40 ounce gallons. 40 gallons.
Talking the big boys.
Straight out the back.
Leafing yard, dog.
Okay, so
Unless you
before-
got certification, you cannot get past this access. Trash bags. Straight down the
But
chute.
why is it gotta be scented? Like, it's wasting too much money.
Trash
on
bags.
You don't get scented trash bags?
Because it's that level of trash, man.
I'm
Dang,
talking
bro.
run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's
Like,
that's how
if
you.
my trash gets full, I just take it out. Like, there's no. It doesn't
no,
need
no.
Well, thank you for being a responsible human being,
Do you
Melvin.
also recycle it?
me and the rest of the world appreciate you and
No.
your speedy
Well, I
trash
used to
taking out.
recycle, but- Okay, listen. How
You
about
have a
why
dog.
you
You should
use
do a
it as trash.
compost.
We used to have a
That's why
recycling
he's
thing.
You
used
have
to
a
all
dog. You
this
should do a
trash.
compost.
Your mother should be ashamed of himself.
You have a dog. You should do a compost.
I should.
Reduce, reuse.
I should. And I should start putting trash bags.
No,
in
you
the
can also,
little
like,
hitch
have
thing
a
and they can
little-
take out the trash.
Or you could just drop
With
him off
that
at CW
compost,
on
you
your way
can
to work.
Got him.
Sure, they could use some.
Oh my god. We go to the school.
See, Christian's
not
not here.
Shut that show down.
Shut it down.
Christian's not here. I'm used to hearing the, oh no! I was rewatching the last episode.
Oh my God,
and Christian
bro.
was like, I didn't even know Piccolo had a brother.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Speaking of Dragon Ball, though, tell me Dragon Ball doesn't have some of the most dedicated fan fiction writers ever.
Oh.
bro,
I'm
it's
so
good.
like obsessed with Dragon Ball Z fan fiction right now. Like every new one that comes out, I'm like, what?
I'm waiting for the next color.
What?
What color hair is next?
Oh, they went
Black.
Yeah, back to black.
We back to black.
Back to black.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we need right now?
Man.
We got Ultra Instinct. What else you need, dog?
We united
like-
out here with the
they're
black
gonna
hair.
We need
introduce
like some
Saiyans, they gotta
super
have black hair.
boss-ass color.
We're if you're following like any of the fan fiction, we're at the level where like we talking about power past transformations.
Yeah,
So
like
Goku-
God level.
Like
So
yeah,
is
like
Goku the
base
strongest-
base
is
form
he the
is like
strongest he
base
can
form.
ever
He's
be
backhanding
right now?
Beerus.
Is he the strongest he can ever be right now?
No,
Goku,
I mean,
or is there always
if
or is
Goku,
it
if
like
they
he's-
ever put a cap on that, if Goku could ever, if there was ever a
That's
reach
what I was
the
actually
strongest,
asking,
then like
like, what
that'd be the
level
end
power
of the
Goku's
show.
the
Goku-
Superman.
There's-
The mutants and
There's no
limitless.
cap they can put on Saiyans, just the way the characters are written.
Yeah,
You, like the whole thing is you fight and then you lose and
fight
then you
to
get
surpass your
stronger.
limits.
Yeah,
from
that's
that
the whole
fight.
point of their. That's the whole basis
It's
of their
their
race.
Zenkai
Like,
boost. That's their
if you don't die, it's gonna make you
50
stronger.
years of DLC.
So you're telling me right now, if I go get jumped by like 3 people, I'm gonna come out stronger?
Yeah.
As long
the
as
whole
you do
point.
that
That's
4
Next
times
time
a
you're
day.
gonna body.
4 times a day.
The next time you're gonna body 16 of them.
What's that? What's he doing?
Saiyans are sponges, bro.
I know.
They
but
only get
imagine
bigger
that,
the
though.
more they like.
Imagine
Yeah.
that conversation, bro. Training there, bro. Imagine that. Like you like have
What
to
do you
call-
mean?
like,
There
you
is
have
no
to leave
conversation.
work.
It's Goku.
Like,
He's
bro.
like, hey, what's up? Your name is what? What's your name?
Get beat on.
What's your name?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Bro, okay.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Goku.
Right? Yeah. Come on.
You look strong.
On
That's all it
bumpers.
takes.
Immediately.
That's the same conversation.
Oh my goodness. I was
Immediately.
That's the
On
same
bumpers.
conversation.
face in the camera right now. 'Cause that
On
look
bumpers.
was so priceless. He was like, wait a minute. Is somebody about to try to fight me, bro? He was like, what? Calm down, bro.
We just met. I didn't even tell you my name.
like you didn't tell me your name, but now
It's
I.
alright. He got the Michigan on, so you know. He
Shout
might-
out to Michigan.
Shout out Michigan.
Oh, that's right. We got a couple of Detroit.
Your name is Michigan.
Yes.
Word.
I'm Savage if you want a real name, but if you want an official name.
Don't give us your government.
Yeah.
Savage is.
Young Savage from Michigan out here.
You feel free to give us your social and your
He's joking.
He's joking.
Pass that debit card over while we at it. But no, so yeah, basically there was they're introducing these characters. There's 2 main characters that they're trying to like introduce in the fan fiction, and apparently they've been getting a lot of like attention from the actual like Dragon Ball Z writers. So we'll see what happens with that one. But basically, it was like there's the original Super Saiyan. Amoshi. They're basically trying to say like Amoshi might not have
Go
been.
pass the chips around. Man.
He was maybe not the original Super Saiyan, and he even because he references in like some of the actual like Dragon Ball Z lore. about him being the first to get to Super Saiyan, but there still being a Super Saiyan God out there somewhere. So thinking like maybe like in like ancient Saiyan history, there was somebody that reached the level of Super Saiyan God before like, and then they all forgot about it later on.
Do you also keep up with Dragon Ball Heroes?
No, not really. A little bit, but not really.
Okay.
It's a lot. There's so much like going on. It's so hard.
See, when it comes
There's Dragon Ball Z's got so much fan fiction. It's like
my reason, I do follow some of the fan fictions, not all of them. Some of them find interesting. Like, yo, what if Raditz was actually good? I've read that story.
Right, that's a good one. Have you read Raditz origin story?
Of course.
That is so good. Anybody who hasn't checked that out, you should definitely check it out. Raditz origin story. It's a fan fiction, but it's a really good one, and it's been recognized by a couple like writers on DBZ. So like, it's pretty official. Like all the timelines kind of like follow up and stuff.
Like,
It's
I
super
keep saying that
interesting.
we need to make, like we were talking about earlier today with the Soul Static Shock shit and like Batman Beyond.
Static Shock. Oh, they're making a Static Shock movie, right?
No, we need to.
They were making one with Jaden Smith for like the longest
Right,
time.
that's what I heard. Right on the
I think that
low.
was a hoax. I don't think
Yeah.
that was ever proven.
That's so random.
Yeah, no, that was true. They went and they asked Jaden Smith to be Static Shock.
You turned it down?
I feel
from
like-
what I heard, the movie studios turned it down based off the script.
I don't want to sound. I want to sound like
See how that would have turned
colorist
out,
or
though.
anything,
Right,
but
bro.
like I feel like if we got a Static, we need like a dark skin. We need a
we
dark
can't
skin
have
brother
Jaden.
playing Static. I'm
Duh.
sorry, like that just sounds so random.
But I was
Jaden
saying,
Smith,
like,
let me
Jaden
be
Smith's
that
a great
Static y'all
actor. I'm not
need.
trying to like throw no shade, but like I don't know. That just would
I don't
feel
know.
off.
Have
to
you
shocking
me.
guys,
It's
seen
like-
have you guys seen the Wu-Tang Made in America thing?
Yeah,
I've
The
heard
dude
about
who
it, yeah.
plays RZA would be a great Static Shock because he already has the dreads. He kind of fits that aesthetic already. I feel like he would be nice.
But
They
I was
have
saying-
old-
what I was saying is
OD's,
they need to do,
son
like, a
playing
Batman
him
Beyond and
in that show. I
introduce
thought that was
Static,
super
because
interesting.
Static is part of that like universe.
Yeah, but no one likes.
Young Dirty.
Don't even
Yeah.
don't come here and
Young
say
Dirty.
nobody
Young
likes
Dirty's so
Batman
cool.
Beyond. Every
No, Batman
I think
Beyond's
that's
the
the greatest
classic.
thing
I was
ever.
gonna say
But
that.
that's what I'm
Static
saying. Why
doesn't
is
have
there
a
not
big
a
fan
movie
base.
of that yet? We've had the Dark Knight.
Oh,
we've had that.
they've been talking about that too.
When are we gonna get our Batman
No, they
Beyond?
actually about to be
Batman
making
Beyond.
a Batman.
Batman Beyond before Static Shock.
Isn't that basically what they're about to do with the
Static
Pattinson
Shock
one?
coincides with
that's a
Batman
different-
Beyond,
that's a
though, 'cause
different-
it's
Oh, well,
yeah,
that's what I
Static
heard.
Shock,
That's
like,
just a
Static
reboot
has
of
actually
Batman
made
period.
cameos.
Like, I already
I
heard
know.
that they had Jonah
Two
Hill.
Batman Beyond and then
as-
What?
vice versa.
Whoa! You're telling me Static
That's
Shock
so
and Batman
random.
Beyond have
Yeah.
crossed
Yeah,
paths?
Yeah.
multiple times. Yeah.
multiple times, bro.
I don't
In
think
like
it's
season like
multiple.
4
Yeah,
or
no,
5.
because then-
I
And
just know
it
that
was
Static
even a
Shock
crossover
future, yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
There was even an
Static
episode where they were
Shock,
going through the in the Batman where they were going through. Remember they were going through the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
remember
that-
he went to the future and it
yeah.
was
Yeah,
him,
Terry
Static,
Matt- yeah, Terry
and then
Matt-
Hawk, no,
Hulk woman, Hulk girl.
Yeah, them two had kid, and then their son, which was like half like robot or something, and then it was them, and then Nightwing and all them.
Yeah.
But it was like an episode where they were like jumping through time chasing somebody.
Oh.
But yeah, he's in that. He's part of that.
Don't make me rewatch all of Batman Beyond.
Bruh.
Because I remember
That is
seeing
like the
that's
most.
show.
I feel like
See,
that's the most
that's where I
forgotten
remember
one,
seeing
though. But
Static
it was
Shock.
like the best TV. I think that was one of our better.
It is one of the
cartoons.
greatest.
That is a good one,
It's
yeah.
one of the
For
greatest.
sure, but
Yeah.
it's one of the most. But people don't remember it
No,
until you're like.
I mean, I think if you talk to the right people, they remember it. I think it's
That's
top.
true.
It's a top 3 Batman cartoon. And I think
For
people
sure.
would. Yeah, I think people would.
Well,
would say that.
all right, what's the top one you think?
The
The Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I mean,
one with the OG Joker.
Purple Joker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
That's-
clowning one. That's the
Yeah,
one. I
that's
like.
that's one fire.
Yeah.
Orange,
Batman-
orange
He was
suit,
like,
purple
pull
Joker.
this-
I need that
he was
one.
like, pull it over. What breaks Batman? Oh my God, I lost it.
There's also the
I was
Raven
like, he
the
is
Bold.
clouding.
Raven the Bold, they
yes.
introduced a lot of like getting
Raven the Bold
people
was messed
like into
Yeah.
their
I like the
DC
animation on
universe.
that
Like,
one.
it's-
Yeah, the
it's
Raven the
a
Bold
lot
just
of
had
that
a
stuff.
better
It's
animation.
like super gritty.
Yeah, it was very gritty.
like,
It was very
oh.
yeah.
Like graphic novel style. Like, yeah, this is what Batman is.
Yeah.
Everything's just shadows.
Yeah.
Right.
Just everywhere. Just right.
How did you get 6 colors in that shadow right there?
But you may be right though about the new one that they're shooting. It may be.
That's
that
what I
may
heard,
be
I don't
more
know.
a Batman Beyond type.
I
thing,
thought that's where they were pushing it.
but
I mean, I can't really
there's
see.
still so many like Batman movies.
What was
Robert
We still need
Pattinson.
like.
Was it
I
like
know
a
they're
trailer?
making a Nightwing. I do know they're making a Nightwing.
I think I know who's gonna play the Nightwing. I'm
Who do you think?
Name drop.
Michael Cera. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, based off the way they're casting people.
Could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
Hold on, I just got the update. Sacha Baron Cohen is gonna be playing Batman.
There we go. There we go.
Are you afraid of Batman? Yeah.
No, stand over there. No, stand. Yo, stand over there. They just be going into all his characters.
But I was just thinking about like Batman, and I don't think that franchise will never die. I think there will always be new material, new movies that they can make with Batman. I just don't think
Batman's just gonna show up.
He's just
there's gonna be no more movies. He's gonna come out of hiding.
But then
Real life Batman just gonna come back. Like,
breaking news: Batman's gonna just show up in your neighborhood because he'll be needed.
But my thing is, if they are gonna do that Batman with that, if they do that, then don't they technically have to retire Batman? Because that's the reason for the whole thing with Batman Beyond. Because
if Batman
he
no
got
longer
too
becomes
old
a
and cynical, and
Well,
he
they
picked up
wouldn't
the gun,
retire.
and that's what made him
They
like.
wouldn't retire Robert Pattinson. He would be the young Batman. It's all about going to find the old Batman. Then.
yeah, well,
Who would play the
Ben
old Batman?
Ben Affleck's already on the project, so
So is he the
I would
old
assume
Batman?
Ben Affleck would be.
He's directing.
Well, they already.
isn't he?
I thought they cut him
Right.
from that.
No,
Ben Affleck, he was like, I don't want to do any
he
of this.
pulled
crap.
because they were like messing with this. He had some problem with the script or something, but I'm sure something will probably happen where like
Because
They-
you
That
know,
would be-
but
well,
you
that
know what
would
I'm
be
talking
weird,
about,
though.
though,
Even in the
right?
comics,
when
there's
he,
still
in the
Damian Wayne.
in the cartoon, when
The
he
greatest
picks up
Robin
the
of
gun,
all time.
and he holds it at the dude, and he's like, that's when he knew he was done.
No.
So
Grayson.
basically, if they make that movie,
Grayson.
that is the end of the
No.
the Batman that we know. And
Dick
it's
Grayson
starting
is
the next
Batman?
the
Not as
next.
Batman.
yeah,
the
but
next generation.
who somebody's gonna. I think what you're saying like who's gonna pass that
he's-
baton basically.
He's number one.
Like
Robin,
which
yeah,
old
but still.
Batman?
Well,
He's
it's
OG.
not even that. It's that DC has already messed up their movie series again and again. So what we have
We'll
scheduled
still
is
get
we
attention
have
now.
Wonder Woman coming up, and if you do the Batman Beyond, you can't put that Batman in Wonder Woman,
That's true.
and then because
They did. Yeah, you are right. Their timeline's a little-
Ben Affleck is already the Batman in that series.
Supergirl?
Then you have Suicide Squad.
And
You can't
Superboy?
have that
What's that?
because
That's
that Batman.
Suicide Squad spinoff. That
Good
whole
question.
movie.
Batman
Whoa,
in that,
good question.
and then you
Where
have
is
the
Superboy?
And then you already have
Superboy's
Superboy. You don't. Who
whack.
cares? Yeah, you don't need
He's dead.
Superboy. It's
He's-
like asking for Crypto, the super dog.
I love Young Justice Superboy.
I forgot about Crypto.
Underrated cartoon.
Where did they get that dog from?
That was actually a great cartoon.
I want Crypto to super
What? The space dog just been hiding in the bushes this whole time. Like
Taking a long.
you're like 26, Clark. Like where did your dog? Now all of a sudden you got a dog. Like
Yo, Crypto was legit, man.
Crypto was a
It
legit
was
good
good.
show.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that show was solid. It covered all its bases. It didn't go outside of its era.
They
It
can use my dog
it's-
to play Crypto if they want.
You
Shout out to
wish.
Shep.
you wish.
But my dog would be the perfect Crypto.
Your
He's
dog's
all
brown. Yeah,
Yeah,
your dog's
he's
like brown or
No,
something,
he's
isn't he?
not. He's orange. And
Why do you keep using those?
Crypto's
filters then?
white.
Crypto's a white dog.
Why do you keep using those filters then?
He got brown in him. though.
My dog got
No.
filters.
We don't know.
His
Your
dog has
dog
an
is-
You
IG,
keep
bro.
using
My
those
dog
filters.
looks like Korma. That's all you
He's-
need.
Yo,
he's
plug your
not
dog
white,
in. Yo,
Shep of Instagram. Bro.
My dog looks like a
Check
Black
out on
Panther.
Shep of Instagram.
Yeah, so your dog's too dark. Like they wouldn't let a black
No,
dog. do
it's
it.
more like the Jaguar fit. The
Yeah.
Jaguar, yeah.
Yeah.
The Jaguar Panther where it's got the.
There's technically
You know, we're all
there's
talking
no
about
such
this,
thing
but
as a
we can
Black
technically
Panther.
shoot this ourselves.
Crypto's a super dog.
Crypto the Super Dog? You telling me you
I'm
want to
just
shoot
saying,
You want to do a
Crypto's
Crypto
a-
movie?
He said I got the dog, bro. Shout out to Shep, bro. I'm about to tag you in this on Instagram. Like
Shep of
your dog got
Instagram?
Instagram, dog.
But no, Superboy would be really awesome if he came through on the new movie.
That's
The
what I'm
Crisis.
saying. Like, there's so many.
But then
like-
again, don't think he's about. He's
But
gonna
I
be
don't
like
know,
Vegeta.
because-
He's gonna be like Vegeta because that boy's soft.
he's emotional.
He's
Well,
a-
I mean,
There's
you would
always-
be too if you were born in the tube and then you stepped outside and was like, oh, that's the real moon.
it didn't hurt Mitsuki either. Sasuke Retrieval Squad 2. The Adventures of Snack Boy and Lava Girl.
By the way, that movie was. I like that
What?
Shark Boy Love Girl. I'm sorry. I like that movie.
What?
I'm talking about Mitsuki.
I was like, what did you? What just happened, bro?
I don't know. They keep mentioning these terrible characters from a terrible anime. I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know where they got that from.
Why you gonna say something?
Bro,
I got
our
terrible
bunny
characters.
trails. That's how we got there because we be on the bunny trails, bro.
All
But
right.
at least we're like educational with it. Like
Bunny
we teach.
trails.
We teach. Is
Alice,
it
we
Troy?
teach.
Alice, we're going down the hole today.
The little dance he just did.
Right.
Signals
That's
that
how
the
like
girl-
females
Just
be. Like,
wait.
oh, you ever see a female when she get food? They dance. They dance.
It's the best part of their day.
What is that though?
Oh, that's just.
They haven't eaten in a week.
No, that's not it.
Over here stuffing your shit. He had to open his laptop up to block the Jersey mics.
Right. No, but they do. They be like
That's because they
They
didn't.
do some weird
Yeah,
stuff
that's because
like-
they didn't pay for it. That's why they're happy.
Oh, yeah.
That might be true.
I've seen them go to Chipotle and pay for their food. They just leave sad. They're like,
Was this really worth it? Like,
yeah, they like, I had to pay for this.
Chipotle's terrible.
I guess you know. Best
Watch your mouth.
Chipotle is nasty.
You watch your mouth.
I'll eat it though.
Oh man, you gotta get.
We'll be in the
you get-
street right
you
now.
Get double
How do you
steak.
have a chicken scandal? Don't even start it, bro.
Don't eat the chicken. Who eats chicken?
I don't even want to put our Chipotle.
Watch
in
your
Count
mouth.
Last. Like I'm not even
Was it
gonna
a
do
bowl,
that
a
to them.
burrito?
It's a bowl with chips.
Okay.
Because I need those.
Respectable.
Okay.
Run those
Do
chips.
y'all all like Chipotle?
No.
I mean, not my first choice.
Not your first choice?
Not my first choice.
I think it's
Hot
been
is
though.
better.
Hmm?
Hot is better.
Hothead, you're
Oh, you're
First
dead.
of all-
You're
Wow.
really done with that.
You have
Wow.
no
Oh,
opinion.
Hold on, what
you
about
have
five
lost
minutes,
your
bro?
opinion just now.
Come on.
Send the smoke to the
Drinking.
What about-
You
Whoa,
get
whoa,
no
whoa,
smoke.
whoa. What
You
about
get no
Five
smoke.
Guys?
We
We're
might
not-
even
we're
fuck
not
around and
doing
give you the
burgers.
silent
It
treatment.
doesn't matter. It's still
We're
food.
doing burritos right
He
now.
said
You
hothead.
Hothead.
Beast
Fire.
versus
Hothead.
Didn't
That's what he
Beast
said out
Boy and
loud.
Cyborg fight over this burritos versus burgers.
Yeah. I
Come
love
on,
that
man.
episode. Oh my, why did you bring out Go?
We making money.
Don't do that.
He brought up Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
You guys are just trash.
That's
Do not hate on
that's
Teen
terrible
Titans
too
Go.
because they got into a fight in the good Teen
The
Titans
original-
about it. Like
The original Teen
Yeah, I thought
Titans.
this
is
was
where
going
it's
on,
at.
like,
Don't
OG,
go back to
no.
no,
that.
Bro,
you knew because
I
he
like
cut
Teen
to the
Titans
song
Go,
like
bro.
no.
Yeah, he started
Hey,
hitting
I
the
don't care
dance.
what y'all
I
say.
was like,
Beast
So does my
Boy got
8-year-old
fire,
daughter.
bro. He got.
He'll be
bars.
rapping about.
He got bars, bro. Yeah, bro.
He's got
Rapping about-
bars.
What is that? Hamburgers, pickled cheese, put that patty in between. It's burgers. What is? I'm sorry.
Are you a third grade cheerleader? What?
He's like the-
He's still a heavy Nickelodeon head.
Yeah.
With his
Are
mouth.
you?
Making money.
money.
What
You guys
is
are
happening
excited
on
for
the show right
I'm so happy for that.
Well, I'm glad you guys found each other.
I'm so happy for you guys. I could never watch that show.
Yeah.
Yet you make
That's
the reference,
disgraceful. It's
I make the
disgraceful.
reference because I've been
You seen it
around-
then?
Yeah,
That means you watched it, correct?
yeah.
You have to visibly sit there and watch the screen.
I just watched 30
Then
episodes
you watched it.
of Sailor Moon.
You watched it then. That's all.
No one can judge me for what I watch. I'm a
You
media
laugh.
student. I watch stuff.
Whatever you want.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Leave
it's
it.
good, bro.
It's
It's
good.
good, bro.
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as it's not being picked up.
Hi, Mom. We see you out there. Thank you for calling. Shout outs.
Doesn't matter what I watch. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch all of it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, we can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
We can tell, yeah.
Ramon is the silent killer, I swear. He just be coming out the shadows
Real
like,
marker.
yeah, yeah, we know, nigga.
Oh, you know.
Get your
Oh,
life
my
together.
We heard.
Right. Oh my god.
So get all your things,
Things.
put them in a box, put them in a bag. I don't care
Get
what
it
you
all
do with
together.
them. Get them all together. Just get your shit and get
Get
it
it all
together.
together. Pack it up.
Oh no.
Oh man, did you guys know that the Rickmobile was in Columbus?
No.
What?
Yeah,
That's
but
lit.
It's like I didn't know if it like I think they moved locations because
The what?
The Rickmobile was in Columbus.
What's
this
the
past-
Rickmobile?
Pickle
Every
Rick.
Don't be finding Rick.
Oh, like the Rick. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
I
it
think
was,
that they
it
had
was
John
supposed to be,
Wick cars in
downtown, but then
Ohio.
they moved, huh?
They had John Wick's cars come through at a Best Buy. They had all the vehicles that he used in
That's
all the
badass.
movies.
That's super
That's
random.
sweet though.
I guess they're on tour or something.
You know
with
what
the
we
cars.
didn't talk about?
With the cars?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're-
do they transform or anything? Like,
No,
or
well, I
they
mean,
just-
it's just all his cars.
You said
Like,
they're on tour, like.
It's
They
John
are,
Wick.
they're-
What do you
yeah,
mean?
they're
He's
Trans-
an assassin. He doesn't. He's.
have you seen that?
I would, if I was
Adventure.
assassin, I want to transform.
He's not walking around in the black
He's
suit
not
with
James-
Bumblebee
He's not
in.
James
I don't
Bond.
care, bro.
He's
On
not
the
James
OnStar
Bond.
by
Yo,
then.
I need some gear.
Yeah, he's got
What you
gear with him, not in his car.
It's
You know
basically
the
all
reason
his
why
person.
he never had that in his movie? Because they
What?
stole his car.
They killed his car.
Well, he
Yeah.
should have.
They killed his puppy and stole his car.
Right,
What do you mean? Did you
He
what?
locked it up.
What do you mean? It was in the
You can't
garage.
have spy stuff. in
How
his
dare
car.
you disrespect Keanu Reeves like that?
What kind of transport?
What do you mean? Locked
Stolen?
it up.
Bro. I don't
They
know.
murdered his puppy.
Damn.
You know how many people died off the grace of that puppy?
I mean, if
Dog.
somebody murders Shaq, I'm coming for
3
I'm coming
movies,
for
man.
Queen. I'm coming for
3.
the
He
grave.
killed more people than Liam Neeson off that dog. And they took that nigga daughter.
But I understand though. 'Cause I understand.
No, you do not understand.
Let
You
somebody
clearly
come
do
from
not
Shaq.
understand,
Let
dog.
somebody come from Shaq, bro. Let somebody come from my dog, bro.
Shout out to you, Shut.
Movie.
Oh, man.
You murdered all them people over that dog,
Bro,
man.
I swear to God, bro, I'll drop half the city if somebody murdered my dog, bro.
I believe it.
I don't care.
You
I
look
come
like
from
you
a
look
serious
like the
dog.
type.
Yeah, he be getting it prepared and stuff. Just like, I know who did it.
I mean, I always
He's
say
just
that.
in his
I
apartment,
always
staring
say
out the
that.
window,
Listen,
polishing his weapon. Like,
Look. If I was
Swear
on
to
some
God.
stuff like that, I would never strike right away. It'd be like,
oh,
years.
and yeah, it'd be,
Like,
yeah.
you'd be like, oh, what's up, homie? I'd be like, stab.
I show up to do my income tax and there's Mel like, I got my licensing just for this day. Like, what? I'm about to screw you over your income tax and murder you, nigga. Like, how I only get $1,000 back? This don't make no sense. Stab. I've been waiting for this. Stab. Like.
Did you get all my dependents? Nah. All out.
I only put one. Why? Stab.
You know what I call this knife? IRS.
I knew I should have went to Jackson Hewitt.
Oh no. We gonna let you suffer even more. Pull out a hatchet. What's it called?
A lot of build up.
I'm right. I was waiting for the punchline.
He's stuck.
He's stuck.
He's stuck.
Looks like he's like trying to poop out a really large.
Somebody meme Troy right now.
Bro, meme him up. Meme him up.
That moment when your kids won't stop knocking on the bathroom door. This is the exact face you made just now.
Oh my god.
Can I just poop
I
in
don't even know
peace?
what
I'm sorry.
What
I
time
was
is it?
supposed to
What time
finish
is it?
it. I was supposed to finish it.
It's
Audit.
Audit. Audited. We auditing dead bodies out here.
What time is it? It's 5:15.
5:15.
Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Do you guys think it's too back for Tony to come? Is it?
That was like 35 minutes ago. We did talking about that 35 minutes.
He gave it no
But
gas.
were we
so.
Were we on the show talking about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
said it. The whole question.
Super
and then
quick.
you went
Then
and
you
like
just
changed
Bunny
everything.
showed off.
Yo,
You know-
that's bad, bro.
Nobody
It is
cares.
very-
Spoken, bro.
Nobody cared. I think that's what it was.
Probably.
I don't know how Iron Man became such a big, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Iron Man in no way. But I just don't know how he became, I just don't know how he all of a sudden just became a huge, like, part of the storyline all of a sudden. Like,
I mean,
Like, he's
because-
always
all
been
these,
there.
for the
Always
past,
been.
Like,
yeah, but he's been like a
basically,
supporting role for the past, like, 20
I
years.
mean, but
Because
that's what
his own Tony does is support.
Yeah, but then
Well,
Avengers came out, and now he's, like, the biggest thing in the whole
That's
universe.
just because of
almost.
Robert Downey Jr. though.
Yeah.
That might be true.
That gives it
Shout
physical
out.
form because in the comics he's relevant but only to like
like all
Avengers
something's really going
stories.
on.
Something's happening.
like
We
Robert
can't
Downey
figure this
Jr.,
out, and then
like,
Iron
there's
Man
other
shows up
comics
with,
like
like,
the Thunderbolts.
He took
And
that.
it-
He
and-
took that character and blew it up, basically.
And it's basically
he
like-
aced that role.
He plays the role of, I need something to be figured out, and Mr. Fantastic's not here to do it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's literally his role. And because they don't have the rights to Fantastic Four, and so it's just now, that's why he's so big. Because he's smarter than the Hulk. And then, he's probably the smartest like person on Earth without superpowers.
in a Marvel
True.
universe.
And on a little, yeah.
Well,
I mean, he's not smarter than Mr. Fantastic, but if he's not there,
You think
Or
he's
is
smarter
he?
than Doctor Strange?
is he?
yeah, he's smarter than Doctor Strange.
Is he?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is a surgeon. And
I
a
mean, he doesn't
sorcerer.
have the. If
So Sabrina.
if Iron Man had the powers of Doctor Strange, you guys would go nuts. I'd go nuts. That would be like some.
If
next-
Iron Man
next-
made
next-
Doctor
next
Strange
level.
a suit, you made a suit for Spider-Man, but you ain't make one for Strange to protect
might
that
have, though.
amulet.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
because
he's
that
gonna
This
give
is
it
like
a
the Captain
chance.
Spells just.
There's
He
a
did
difference
it.
between
You
science
did.
and magic.
Hmm?
It is the difference between science and magic,
Magic.
so that's probably one of the reasons why.
The difference between science and magic is perspective.
Mm.
What you think is science,
Eat those.
somebody else
chips.
thinks is magic. Man. You don't know.
Listen, honestly, it's taking
No,
like, the
but
whole
even
aspect.
Thor said that in the beginning of
Yeah.
In Ragnarok. No, or the
Way
second one?
before that. It
Second
was
one?
Dark World, bro.
Oh yeah, when the floating
Elves.
things in the trucks.
The elves.
No,
They came out of
The
nowhere.
elves are
The
attacking.
I'm sorry, you talk about he came out of nowhere with that. Oh, I couldn't see you no more. Where was you at? I was like, dang.
Yeah, I didn't know you could hide from Idris.
Right.
I didn't know you could hide from
Right,
Idris.
yeah.
I thought he's seen everything.
Right.
I love Ragnarok, though.
That's a good one.
It's a movie.
It's a
But-
movie.
So
It's
for all
a
you
bop.
don't know,
Movie.
Tony
It's a
Stark
bop.
is making a cameo in Black Widow, which takes place after Civil War, I believe, and before Infinity Stone.
If you ain't getting top in the movie, I don't care.
Why did I just say Infinity Stone?
I'm so I don't know.
Hold on, I got a
War.
question. Hold on, I got a question. In the first,
No, I got a question.
Which
I
one
was just
Resident
thinking
movie is
about
really yours?
the time thing when they all went back. Now, wasn't it foreshadowed in a couple Captain America movies, or there was another movie that they made where
What happened
Tony
in Captain
actually
America?
talks about his death.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, he does.
He's
Yeah.
afraid of death.
That's what happens when he gets touched by the Tesseract.
Yeah, he
Right.
like sees it. or
But
something.
now, remember the scene in
I
the
think
that was
first,
in
the first
Ant-Man,
He
Avengers
saw
movie.
he saw the invasion.
So in the first Avenger movie, when Cap said that you would never be the man to make the sacrifice play, and then
No,
you
he
remember
moved.
that
That
whole
was a
fight
person.
scene?
That was a personal shot
yeah,
while
but
they were
he-
getting attacked in the.
that was before he
in
said
the-
Yeah.
So.
Oh, but so that was before.
That was
Yeah.
before.
Because I was just thinking like that.
Not that I
crazy
think
how
would
that
have
played
affected
out, how
Cap
Tony
saying
ended up
that or
making
not, but-
the ultimate sacrifice, and Cap became worthy. Because he was like everything that you, especially if you.
You
came
mean
out
with
of
him
the
like
bomb.
picking up the hammer and stuff?
Yeah.
But in the first
Because
one, they
he
even hinted at
did,
it
bro.
when
He
like-
low key moved it, bro, and Thor
No,
got a little
he-
nervous over there for a
Nah,
second.
he-
was
Wait,
like,
you're talking about in
Not to try and like
in
I don't
the
know
second movie. No, that
spoilers
was-
or anything, but you know, by the end of where we're at right now, currently he's running around. Him and Thor had to. No, I'm taking the big one. Like
Yeah,
that's the level they were
he's,
on. Like
he becomes
he out
worthy.
here.
right.
He
I mean,
out
who
here.
else?
So with the fights, so Civil War, is that when Cap became worthy then?
That's
No,
when
he was already worthy.
he
They-
picks it up the one time, but in like Infinity Wars and all that,
He
he's
didn't
like
pick
he's
it
like-
up.
he out there
He
jamming.
moved it. He did not pick up that hammer. He moved it.
He like in that dinner party.
Yeah,
he
he
kinda-
moved it. So it showed that he could be worthy.
But
in
what was his
Civil
reaction
War,
Oh, no,
when
I'm
he
thinking
noticed
of
he
Vision.
moved it though? Like when he moved the hammer at first, it wasn't just let me just really try, but he punched it and he's like, you know what, I'm about to just, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
He, like,
because
humbled
he's
himself.
very noble. He's not. You imagine like Cap.
You in front of all your
Cap
people.
wouldn't gas himself up and do it in front of everybody. He's not a showman. He's a.
But when did he become worthy?
Bro, he been worthy, bro. That's the point.
That's how.
Bro.
That's why he's
He's
Captain
been
America.
worried.
That's how you
I know,
get
got frozen.
But in that scene, yeah, he did humble himself, but he didn't like he couldn't actually lift it. He just moved it. Because he struggled at first. He
Okay.
struggled and then he
Here,
was
I'm gonna
like,
tell you a
and
secret.
then it
Here's a
moved.
spoiler. Cap's a god.
Huh?
Cap's a god. Cap's a god in the same
Why
way.
would you do that?
Cap's a god in the same.
Why would you do that?
In the same way that Madara
You just
is.
took out the joy of me looking it up and finding it out for
bro,
myself.
bro.
Thanks,
bro,
Troy.
Bro,
Thanks.
bro,
He's dropping meteors
Bro.
on people, not
Bro.
just one, but two.
bro. So here's the thing. He's on the same
I'm
level
mad
because you
'cause I
remember
gotta
how
organize this all
Madara.
again.
You remember how Madara died and he unlocked the Renin gun.
Yes.
It's that same instance because you know how Thor
Yes.
is a Titan and
Yes.
such. He's lived longer longer
So,
lives than all of us.
When he died and when Cap officially dies, he technically becomes a god then after that? So is he technically...
I don't know,
even-
bro.
Well, technically,
When,
in Marvel
when
Universe,
Goku gets hit
when
by his own
someone-
spirit bomb and turns Ultra Instinct,
well,
that kind of has
I'm just
something.
saying,
to do.
well,
You know
what's
what I
up
mean?
with
Like
Cap
you become
then?
a
Is
god.
that
Okay,
or
so
not?
look, in the Marvel universe, there's special places where you go when you die. There's no like heaven. Well, there is no heaven, but there's definitely a hell. And then there's a place where warriors go, Asgard, but it's not Asgard.
Valhalla.
It's some, yeah, that's probably that, and that's where Captain America is,
Just
because
chilling.
he's a warrior. Yeah, because you
Who
died
else
as a
is
warrior.
there? So is that where Black Widow's at?
That's where,
and
yeah,
Tony
as
and
if you
all
die
that?
as a warrior, that's where you go.
That's where like Valkyrie would be. That's where Odin would be.
Fate.
Okay, cool.
That's
Fate.
where
Fate
Thor's,
Avengers.
Thor's mom would be. Like
Fate Avengers.
Huh?
Fate Avengers. Captain America Saber. He's Saber class.
Oh my god.
the
That's a
Avengers,
fact.
angels.
I just
no,
get that look.
no, it's a fact. If Fate, like Fate Marvel, like if
Ooh.
Fate had like
Oh, and Louis can like summon people?
like the
Who would
Holy
you,
Grail
who
War.
Who would be his summoning?
Him? I don't know.
Yes. Vaporeon.
Ah.
Like, gotcha?
No, he'd probably be like I don't know.
Alright.
Wait. In Marvel? So like Marvel's Fate?
I was just going off what you just said.
Who might
If he was to summon somebody from your Marvel fate, who would he summon?
Probably Ronan.
What about him? Since you just doing everybody, just do everybody. Go around the horn.
On the spot.
Drax.
Yes. Drax.
Okay. He's like, I don't
Troy.
agree, but I'm not gonna argue.
All right, we got to do one for Troy because he can't do his own one.
Hi, Bookie.
Ah, nice. I like that one.
All right, what about you? Go ahead. What about him?
Emo with a steel arm. Nice.
But you got one for Corey?
Thorough deadly one. Corey would probably be the Grandmaster.
And me?
He'd pull up with the Grandmaster. He'd be a caster level. And yours would be a Berserker. Yours would be the not assassin class, but the archer.
Archer.
Yeah, he'd be an archer. Because you could
And I guess I'm the narrator.
Dungeon Master.
You'd probably be Doctor Strange. Because you'd be all
Fuck yeah, bro.
You'd be strange as right
yeah,
hand man.
you'd just be like, ugh.
You be that chubby Asian dude from Deadly Class. The principal.
Hey, you badass. Leave him
Hey, no, that dude's cold.
Maybe you're doing this shit.
That dude's cold, but that's how you be. That'd be you. Like, what do I do? Go knock that nigga out. He's like, oh, okay.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. That makes sense. But I think we're going to wrap up.
Wait, who'd you say
Call
it'd
it a
be?
wrap.
Who'd you say it'd be?
Bookie.
Oh,
Word.
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 Well,
No, actually,
that
Melvin-
is our show today. I hope you guys all enjoyed us here on Fun
No,
Nation.
Melvin would be Miles Morales.
Bro, I rock that role too. Leave me alone. Anyway, but thank you for
He just be
joining
anxious
us
the entire
today.
time.
It has been wonderful.
No one
This
can
is your
teach him.
boys at Fun Nation. Your boy Melform, aka that nerdy black guy. Thank you for tuning us. And as we always say, if you're not rocking with Fun Nation,
Where you at? Where you at?
Where you at?
go ahead, hit stop. Just hit stop streaming and stop recording.
But my clout. Let me tell you my name.